Hello and welcome to Writer Rant, author advice in 5 minutes or less because I have to get back to writing and so do you. So last week I talked a little bit about priorities and how you need to put your family and your health and the things that make your life easier. You need to put those as a high priority, and then right under that you got to put your writing if you're really committed to writing. So what does that look like in terms of a commitment to writing? A lot of people don't really understand of what do they have to give up. Sometimes people's life that they have, the routines and things that they have, it's you wake up, you go to work, you come home, you have dinner, and then you watch TV or watch movies or go out with friends or whatever after that, and then you come home and go to bed, or you're already home, you just go to sleep. And like I said last week, you don't really want to give up sleep. Sleep is important. There's been a lot of studies that show that if you skip out on sleep, you're going to hurt yourself in a lot of other ways. But you got to look at your life and you got to say, okay, what are the extraneous activities? What are the things that are fun, and you might have to give up? So, I mean, this is TV shows, this is movies, this is video games. Reading to a little extent, mainly because if you do a lot of reading, as I mentioned in a previous post, you kind of get a little bit better at writing as you see how other people are doing it. But you really got to look and say, okay, if I want to make writing work, what do I have to give up? And when it comes down to it, do you really even want to write? A lot of times, it's that commitment of, oh, hey, let's take NaNoWriMo, for instance. Every November, as a municipal liaison, I see a ton of people join the site. A ton of people sign up to say, hey, I want to write a novel in November. And by the first or second week, they all kind of vanish. And it's like, hey, as municipal liaison, I am here to give you as many opportunities and as many chances to get this novel written as possible. But the commitment has to come from you, has to come from the writer themselves, in order to essentially sit down and make it happen. So, when you join things like this, obviously that's a great first step. That's saying, hey, I have a commitment to writing. But when you get into the tough, so it's like, hey, writing is great when you have all these great ideas. But when you hit that wall, it's like that's when your commitment is really tested. And do you really want to write at that point? Because when it comes right down to it, you got to understand the amount of work that goes into writing. It's not just writing. It's research. It's editing. It's formatting. It's cover design. It's marketing. It's distribution. It's a ton of stuff. And, if you really want this to be something that you want to succeed at, something that you want to see out there, see on Amazon, have physical copies that you can give to your friends and family, it takes a lot of work. And if you don't understand that kind of upfront, hey, maybe you just say, I'm just going to write this for me. And that's fine. But even writing for yourself, you got to commit to it. You got to, learn how to finish. Because a lot of people can start things, but only the true, really great people in their fields are finishers. They're the ones who actually get to the end of the project that they're working on. So, you got to ask yourself, what is your commitment to writing? What are you going to give up? Do you really even want to write? Because it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be your weekends. It's going to be your weeknights. It's essentially, if you're a millennial, the term that I've heard is it's your side hustle. It's what you do when you're not doing the things that you need to do. So, with that in mind, are there any things that are irritating you that you're ranting about as a writer or a reader? Drop a comment below and I'll get to it in a future episode. This has been Writer Rant, and I'm Benjamin M. Weilert. Thanks for watching.